Wrexham look destined for back-to-back promotions from League 2, of course, as they remain in the mix for promotion. But can anybody stop Stockport at the top of the table? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're taking a look at match number 30, I think, over in League 1. And we'll get to that in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for League 2 continues here, boys and girls, right here under Ron Ruski. Of course, it's been a long, long time since we've been back here in the studio, so we're going to give you a bang up to date with, of course, the prediction league. That's right. We'll get into all of that in a second, of course. Big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. Your one-stop shop for Rovers, League 2, World Football right here at Bradford overseas. So let's bring a recap, of course, last time around, which, of course, were these games. So let's, of course, take a look at them, see if I'm right, see if I'm wrong, and, of course, see how you guys got on in the prediction league, which is back, of course. So here we go then. Harrogate Town against Newport County. Didn't happen, according to my eyes. Meanwhile, Crewe against Salford did happen. Big 3-2 winners for Salford, of course. Doncaster Rovers got spanked by Stockport. 5-1 win in the end. Meanwhile, Morecambe with a 1-0 loss to Colchester. I went the other way. Walsall with the draw against Sutton United. 1-1 in the end. Got them on spot on the nose. The Vegans did lose to Stanley. 1-0 win for them on the road. A big win, of course, for them. Grimsby, 2-1 loss to Tranmere. I also got that one spot on the nose, as I did. Looking good, don't I? Meanwhile, MK Dons with the 2-1 win over Gillingham with a 2-0 win as well. Not too shabby there. Notts County with the draw against Barrow. I went with the 2-1 win, so a good point for that for Barrow to keep up their automatic dreams alive. Swindon Town, Bradford City, 2-0. Got them one spot on as well, with Wimbledon picking up a 2-1 win over Mansfield. I went with the 1-1 draw as well. And then wrapping it up, Wrexham got tonked by Blackburn Rovers. Of course, they did in the FA Cup. Now, that's, of course, my picks and all that kind of jazz. Now, we are back with, of course, the Prediction League, so let's have a little look at that in just a second. Of course, this is the table right here, right now. As you can see, Stockport County lead the charge, of course, with Wrexham in second spot, Mansfield are in third. But it is quite a tight race for that top three spots with Barrow, Crewe. MK Dons are really in the mix there. Notts County now look destined for a playoff battle. Harrogate Town got in the mixer as well, as are Wimbledon and the Gills. Stanley not out the woods yet either. Morecambe are free-falling down the table. Going down, though, still Sutton United and Forest Green Rovers, who look destined to be playing non-league football next campaign. That's, of course, that situation. What about, of course, our own Prediction League? Well, then, here we go. So this is what the table looked like. Maybe I moved myself over here a little bit. Maybe, of course, I'll just slide myself over here. Okay, this is what the table looked like before we stopped doing updates on this one because of my travel and all that kind of stuff. But we're back now, so with an update. Here's JSPC. He was top of the charts. Andy was second. Frosty was in third place. If you do see your name in there, make sure you smash the old likey now. And this is what the table looks like now, of course, after our brief hiatus. It's James FC at top of the table with Andy in second spot and Frosty in third. Of course, if you see your name in that one, please smash the old likey as well. That's my understanding of where we are. Of course, if you think I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm not going to go. I'm not changing it. But of course, I just want to say that is the situation we find ourselves in. But of course, it could all change this week as we look forward to the next round of games, and they are these, of course. And we're going to jump in there right here, right now, to take a look at these coming at you this coming weekend, 3rd of February. We're going to start right here, right now, with Newport County against Swindon over in Wales. Now, these two sides have played each other 15 times, 2014. We've got 6 wins for Newport County, 8 wins for Swindon. We've got 1 draw, of course. Newport County 2-0 win, the biggest, scoring 20 goals in total, of course, of those 15 games, 1.33 goals a game on average. Swindon 2-0 win, the biggest, 21 goals scored in 15 matches, 1.40 goals a game as well. Swindon on 42% form for them right now, 2 wins of the last 6. They're 14th for the team with 37 points on the board. Newport County, 67% form for them right now, 60 for the table, just 1 defeat in the last 6. Of course, Graham Coughlin's boys are trying to get up the table here. Last time that these two sides did play each other over in Wales, it was a 2-1 win for Newport County back in February 2023. They also played each other this season in Swindon. It was a 2-0 win for Swindon way back when. The odds here, even Steens for Newport County, 12-5 is, of course, the draw. 14-5 is, of course, actually 12-5 is your Swindon, 14-5 is your draw. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Newport County here. They are grinding out some results, and I think they're going to get another one here this coming Saturday. Meanwhile, Stanley up against Grimsby, coming at you over in Stanley. Plays for the 14 times. Since 2006, 8 wins for Accrington, 4 for Grimsby, 2 draws, of course. The biggest win for Accrington was a 3-0 win, scoring 26 goals in 14 matches, 1.86 goals a game. Meanwhile, Grimsby, 2-0 win, the biggest, 16 goals scored in 14 matches, 1.14 goals a game. Grimsby are just 1 win in 6 right now, 25% form for them. They are 20th in the table with 28 points on the board. Meanwhile, Stanley with 42% form for them right now, 2 wins at the last 6 games. They are 11th with 41 points on the board. Of course, last time around, though, over in Accrington, it was a 2-1 win for Grimsby back in September 2017. In fact, the last 5 matches have not been successful for the home side. Of course, last time the home side won was back in December 2016, where Grimsby picked up the victory against Stanley in their own backyard. Even Steams is your Stanley for this one. Of course, we got 11-4 is the draw, and 11-5 is, of course, your Grimsby visitors here. Going to go with a home win here. Stanley making a push for those playoffs. Of course, keep an eye on them as, of course, the season starts to bubble up here. Barrow up against MK Dons. Bit of a zinger chicken dinner over in Barrow. Now, these two sides, both in the mixer. Played for just the one time in 2023. It's been a draw, and that was the reverse fixture earlier in the campaign back in October. Of course, Barrow, of course, 42% form for them right now, just 1 win in 6. They are 4th with 50 points on the board up against the MK Dons side on 67% form for them right now. 4 wins of the last 6, 3 of the last 4. They're on 6th in the table with 48 points on the board as well. Of course, Barrow on the back of that 1-1 draw against Notts County. They haven't actually won since they beat Tranmere way back on the 6th of Jan. MK Dons, though, back-to-back wins for them, of course, scoring 5 goals with a couple of goals conceded. The odds for this one, we do have 13-10 is your Barrow, of course, 5-2 is the draw, 90-10 is your MK Dons here. I'm back in Barrow. It's going to be a tight old game. Could go either way. 2-1 win for me on this one. Meanwhile, Bradford City up against Wimbledon, coming at you at Valley Parade. Now, these two sides have played each other 14 times in 2011. 6 wins for Bradford, 5 for Wimbledon. 3 draws, of course, the biggest win for Bradford was a 5-1 win, scoring 22 goals in 14 matches, 1.57 goals a game. Wimbledon, though, 4-0 win, their biggest, 19 goals scored in 14 matches, 1.36 goals a game. On 33% form are Wimbledon right now. 2 wins of the last 6. They are 9th with 42 points on the board. Up against the Bradford side, 18th for the table, 36 points on the board on 50% form for them. 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2 over the last 6. However, just 1 defeat in the last 5. That's right. Now, these two sides did lock horns back in Bradford back in September 2022. It was a 2-2 draw. Of course, Bradford are unbeaten against Wimbledon over the last 5, picking up 2 wins and 3 draws. But the home side hasn't won this game since Wimbledon beat Bradford in Wimbledon back in December 2017. The odds for this one, though, coming at you right here right now, we've got Bradford 13-10 for the victory. We've got 13-5. The draw 15-8 is, of course, your Wimbledon here. We're going to go with a win for Bradford. Of course, they've got a good bit of form for them right now, and Wimbledon nursing the loss of one of their strikers this week. Kicking on forward is Colchester United against Forest Green Rovers, coming at you in Colchester with the Cowleys, who, of course, are getting some results done at the moment. Up against the Forest Green Rovers side with Steve Cotterill now in charge. Played each other 10 times in 2017, these two sides. 4 wins for Colchester, 6 wins for Forest Green, and 0 draws. Colchester's biggest win, 5-1 win, scored 9 goals in total in the course of those 10 games, 0.90 goals a game. The Vegans, 5-0 win, their biggest, scoring 17 goals in 10 matches, 1.70 goals a game. The Vegans, without a win in the last 6 games, in fact, they haven't won in the last 10. They're on 25% form for them at the moment. Of course, 24th in the table with 19 points on the board. Up against the Colchester side, 21st in the table with 28 points on the board, 33% form for them right now, unbeaten in the last 3 matches. Of course, last time around, they're over in Colchester. It was a 1-0 win for Forest Green back in March 2022. Forest Green are unbeaten against Colchester over the last 4, picking up 4 wins on the spin. In fact, they haven't conceded a goal against Colchester over the last 4 matches. That's right. Meanwhile, the bookies odds here, 5-4 is your Colchester, 2-1 is your Vegans, and 5-2 is, of course, the draw here. 1-1 draw here, point apiece. Cowley's getting a point, so is Cotterill, of course, now in charge. Crawley against Morecambe, coming at you over in Crawley. Now, these two sides have played each other 19 times, done 4. We've got 7 wins for Crawley. We've got 8 wins for Morecambe. 4 draws, of course. Now, the biggest win for Crawley, 4-0 win, scoring 26 goals in those 19 matches, 1.37 goals a game. Up against the Morecambe side, 6-0 win, their winners, 31 goals scored in 19 matches, 1.63 goals a game. Morecambe on 33% form for them right now, just 1 win in the last 6. They are 15th with 37 points on the board. Up against the Crawley side, they're on 50% form for them right now, winning 3 and losing 3 over the last 6. They are 12th with 39 points on the board as well. Last round over in Crawley, it was a 4-0 win for Crawley back in October 2020. Of course, the odds for this one, though, we have Crawley 21-20 for the victory. We've got 23-10 is your Morecambe Morecambe here. 11-4 is the draw here. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Crawley. I think Morecambe are on a bit of a slippery slope here, and they could be destined for, of course, relegation. Well, I'd say relegation, but of course a dogfight. None the same. Gillingham up against Walsall, coming to chat at the Priestfields. Now these two sides have played each other 27 times since 2001. We've got 5 wins for the Gills. We've got 12 wins for Walsall. We've got 10 draws as well. The biggest win for Gillingham was a 3-0 win, scoring 23 goals in those 27 matches, 0.85 goals a game. Of course, Walsall on the back of 12 victories, 4-1 win, their biggest, scoring 33 goals in 27 matches, 1.22 goals a game. Walsall on 58% form for them right now, without a win in 3, but they are 13th with 37 points on the board. Up against the Gillingham side, 58% form for them as well. Of course, 3 wins of the last 6, however, just 1 win in 4. They are 10th with 42 points on the board as well. Last round over in Gillingham, it was a 0-0 draw back in August 2022. Of course, the odds are for this one. We have, of course, Gillingham 21-20 for the victory. 5-2 is the draw. 5-2 is also your away win here. We're going to go with a Gillingham victory. 2-0 win for that. Points in the bag and away they go. Meanwhile, Maidstone. When I say Maidstone, I mean Mansfield. Of course, up against Notts County. Coming at you at Mansfield. Now, these two sides have played each other 24 times since 2002. We've got 12 wins for Mansfield. 5 for, of course, the visitors, Notts County. 7 draws as well. 5-0 win, the biggest for Mansfield, scoring 44 goals in 24 matches. 1.83 goals a game. Up against a Notts County side, a 3-1 win, the biggest, scoring 26 goals in 24 matches. 1.08 goals a game. They're on 50% form are Notts County. Just 2 wins, 2 defeats and 2 draws over the last 6. They are 7th with 44 points on the board. Up against the Mansfield Town side, who are in the automatics. 42% form for them right now. Winless in the last 4, just 1 win in the last 6. Looking for some results and some consistency for Cloughie's boys. Meanwhile, last round over in Mansfield, it was a 2-0 win for Mansfield back in December 2018. The odds for this one, though, 4-3 on is your Mansfield. 14-5 is, of course, the draw, and 10-3 is, of course, your Notts County here. Going to go with a 3-2 goal fest here in favour of the hosts. Mansfield back to winning ways. Meanwhile, Salford up against Wrexham. That's right, over in Salford. Now, these two sides have played each other 3 times since 2018. We've got 1 win for Salford, 2 for Wrexham. 0 draws at the moment. Salford coming into this with a 2-0 win, their biggest, scoring 5 goals over the course of those 3 games. 1.67 goals a game. Wrexham, though, 5-1 win, their biggest, 8 goals scored in 3 matches, 2.67 goals a game. Non 50% form for them at the moment, winning 3 and losing 3 over the last 6. They are second with 52 points on the board. Up against the Salford side, 50% form for them right now. Unbeaten the last 4, of course, picking up a couple of wins and a couple of draws. 90th at the table with 31 points on the board as well. Last around that round, of course, in Salford, it was a 2-0 win for Salford. Of course, the home side has won each and every one of these last 3 matches. Of course, the odds for this one, though, was Salford are 3-1 for the victory. 11-10 or 11-10 on is your Wrexham here. We got 5-2 the draw. Going to go with a Salford loss here. Wrexham with the victory. 2-1 win. We'll see about that, though. Meanwhile, Stockport County gets Harrogate. Of course, Harrogate also on a bit of an uptick at the moment. Played each other 17 times, 2013. 8 wins for Stockport, 6 for Harrogate. 3 draws, of course. Now, the biggest win for Stockport, 3-1 win. Scoring 28 goals in 17 matches, 1.65 goals a game. Harrogate, though, 4-1 win, their biggest, scoring 25 goals in the 17 matches, 1.47 goals a game. They're on 75% form, are Harrogate right now. Just 1 defeat of the last 6. They are up to 8th in the table, 43 points on the board. Up against the Stockport County side, 67% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 6 as well, but back-to-back wins. Now, these two sides did play in Stockport back in September 2022. It was a 0-0 draw. Stockport are unbeaten, though, against Harrogate over the last 4. 3 wins, 1 draw. On the same, though. 3-1 on is your Stockport here. Red Hot favourites. 4-1 is the draw. 8-1 is your long shot. So that's, of course, Harrogate Town here. 2-0 win for the hosts to take 3 points, and away they go. Sutton United against Doncaster Rovers coming at you at Sutton. That's right. Played each other 3 times in 2022. We've got 1 win for Sutton, 2 wins for Doncaster, 0 draws as well. Sutton, though, 2-0 win, their biggest, scoring 4 goals in those 3 games, 1.33 goals a game. Up against the Doncaster side, 4-1 win, the biggest, 6 goals scored in those 3 games, 2 goals a game on average. Doncaster, though, 2 wins in over the last 6 games, 33% form for them right now. They are 22nd with 28 points on the board. Up against the Sutton side, on 33% form for them, also 4 draws at the last 6. However, they are 23rd. That's the relegation zone right now. 21 points on the board as well. Last round over in Sutton, it was a 2-0 win for Sutton back in February 2023. The odds for this one, Sutton are 6-4 for the victory. 5-2 is your draw here, and 13-8 is your long shot. So that's Doncaster Rovers. We're going to go with a 1-1 draw here, point in the bag apiece. Again, it's not wins, and that's what both of these 2 clubs need heading into the next round of matches, of course. And then wrap it up. It's Tranmere, it's Crewe, it's coming at you over in Tranmere. Now, these 2 sides have played each other 27 times in 1987. We've got 13 wins for Tranmere, 11 wins for Crewe, 3 draws, of course. Now, the biggest win for Tranmere was a 3-0 win, scoring 40 goals in those 27 matches, 1.48 goals a game. Crewe, though, 3-0 win, their biggest, 34 goals scored in 27 matches, 1.26 goals a game. Crewe are on 75% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are 5th with 50 points on the board up against the Tranmere side, who are 67% form right now. 4 wins of the last 6. They are 17th with 36 points on the board as well. Last round, though, over in Tranmere, it was a 3-0 win for Tranmere. back in October 2022. But the odds right here, right now, 23-20 is your Tranmere, 2-1 is your Crewe, 11-4 is the draw here. We're going to go with a 2-1 win for Crewe on the road. Big win for them. And of course, what does that big win for them do for them in the table? Well, have a look. It's looking like this. Then, of course, it will be Stockport, cream of the crop. Wrexham second, Mansfield are third, Barrow, Crewe, Milton, Keynes and Gillingham in the playoffs. Going down, Sutton United and Forest Green. Don't forget, the Prediction League is back. Make sure you smash your like, smash your subscribe, and get your predictions in. A link to that Prediction League should be in the chat if you haven't done so already. So take a little look at it. It is free. And of course, we'll catch you all later whenever we come back for some more action in League 2. Subscribe.